By the divine grace of Jagannatha Shri Gyanakshi Rajarajeshwari, by the grace of Paramatma in all respects, in all forms, whatever we have heard, perceived till today, we are again here today to deeply understand the importance as well as the message being conveyed by Rishi Valmiki through the great epic Ramayanam, which is rightly called as Srimad Valmiki Ramayanam. That too, among the 7 kandas, the 5th kanda, which is the Sundara Kanda. This is the kandam where the Ramaduta, Sri Ramaduta, Bhagavan Hanuman, after due contemplation on the shore of the ocean, not exactly on the shore, on the Mahendragiri Parvata. From there he has a look what a task he has got ahead, and with the consent and the blessings of everybody of the Kapi Sainya, he has taken off and he has reached Lanka. Then he has successfully entered Lanka now after slaying the demoness Lankini. Her name is Lanka or Lankini. He has entered the city and he has gone to the nearest place where Ravana might be there. Still he has not spotted Ravana, or he has not spotted anybody else whom he is looking for, Sita ji or anybody. But he feels he has seen Vibhishana's residence. That is where he saw the Sattvic Chinnahas, not the Rajasic, not the Tamasic. But the Sattvic indications are there where Vibhishana is residing. We are on page number 30, verse 23. Natveva Sitam Paramabhijatam Natveva Sitam Paramabhijatam Athistite Rajakule Prajatam Athistite Rajakule Prajatam Latam Prapulamiva Sadhu Jatam Dadarshatat Tanvi Manasa Bhijatam Sanatane Vartmani Sannivishtam Rame Kshanim Tam Madanabhivishtam Bhartur Manashri Madanu Pravishtam Stribhya Parabhyascha Sada Vishishtam Ushnarditam Sanusutastra Kanthim Vararho Tamanishka Kanthim Sujata Pakshma Abhirakta Kanthim Vane Pranrittam Tamiva Neelakanthim Avyakta Rekhamiva Chandralekham Ansu Pradigdhamiva Hemarekham Kshatap Prarudhamiva Varnare पश्यन् मनुजेश्वरस्य रामस्य पत्नीं वदतां वरस्य बभूव दुःखोपहतश्चिरस्य लवङ्गमो मन्द इवाचिरस्य जय जय श्रीमद् रामायणे वाल्मीकिये आदिकाव्ये सुन्दरकाण्डे पंचमः. Now, after all having the view, a very detailed view of the Lankapuri, now he is having that. The main purpose has come into his mind. What is the purpose? He wants to spot Sita. But Sita is not visible till now. So suddenly there is a slight dejection in his mind. After all the efforts I have put in, the main purpose is to see Sita Devi, but I am not able to spot Sita Devi. And what is the description of Sita Devi? The entire whatever verses we have read just now, only description of Sita Devi. Beautiful description. He, however, did not find anywhere the frail Sita. The frail Sita means now she is frail because naturally in the separation from Sri Ram, she cannot be very healthy and she must not have eaten at all for so many days. So, frail Sita, sprung from the mind of the Creator and supremely high-born, descended as she was in a royal house, the house of Nimi, fixed in the path of virtue and resembling a lovely climber, lovely creeper in full blossom. She is like a lovely creeper in full blossom. Originally how she was when first time Hanuman had darshan, how she was, or how he has heard about Sita, because he doesn't know. Unless first time he is going to meet Sita, he only heard about Sita. He has not had darshan of Sita Devi. So now he is just thinking how she should be. And he has heard that she is from the mind born, that is, she is also originally Shakti Swarupini, born from the mind of Brahma, and coming in the lineage of Nimi Chakravarti, who is the predecessor of Janaka Maharaj. Nimi is the predecessor of Janaka Maharaj in that lineage. The monkey Hanuman at once turned languid. Languid means dull, as it were, afflicted as he was with sorrow, or not finding, even after striving for a long time, the celebrated Sita, the consort of Sri Rama, a ruler of men, the best of speakers, who was firmly established in the eternal path of devotion to one's husband, who had her eyes fixed on Sri Rama alone, who was possessed by love for Sri Rama, who had penetrated deep into the dignified mind of her spouse, and was ever exalted above all other women, who was tormented with anguish born of separation from her consort, whose throat was choked with tears incessantly flowing from her eyes, whose neck was heretofore adorned with an excellent gold ornament worthy of the foremost, who was distinguished by beautiful eyelashes, who had a charming throat, and when united with her spouse resembled a pea-hen merrily dancing in a forest, who, in her soiled clothes and unclean person in her captivity, shone like the crescent with its outline blurred due to its being screened by a cloud, or a streak of gold soiled with dust, was prominent like a scar left by a wound, serving as a reminder of the injury sustained by Sri Rama in the shape of her abduction, and who, while being transported to Lanka, shone like the streak of a cloud swept by the wind. So much description only about Sita. That means the honor and the pedestal on which Bhagavati Sita has been placed by Hanuman is the loftiest pedestal. For him, Sri Ram is Sakshat, Parabrahma Swarupa, everything. And if Sri Ram is disturbed by the separation of Sita Devi, whom Hanuman only has heard, You know, Guru Govind dono khade kaake lagu paए balihari Guru aapne jin Govind diyo dikhaaye. Both Guru and Govind have come in front of you. Whom should you first bow down to? So it is said that you have to bow down to the Guru first, because Guru only showed you Govinda. Govinda is beautiful, no doubt about that. Bhagavan Narayana Govinda is very, very handsome, very, very glorious. There is no doubt about it. But who is the one who showed you Govinda? It is Guru. Therefore you bow down to Guru first. That is a comparison. Similarly, there is no doubt about Sri Rama is very, very handsome. He is the Lord of Hanuman. But why is he worried now? He is worried about Sita. And when the Lord is worried about Sita, how beautiful and how great Sita must be. Can you see the comparison? So Hanuman's vision of Sita Devi is so beautiful, so grand, that even in the disturbed state where Sita is there, he can understand that even she must not have even worried about her clothing, she must not have worried about dressing herself up, and she must have been tormented by these demons so much. So how she must be looking? She is looking like a wound where the scar has been left. She is looking like the sun, moon with the silver lining being covered by the clouds. So all these comparisons of Sita Devi in a most beautiful manner, Hanuman is seeing. So she must be choked with tears, and she is always meditating upon Sri Rama. We'll come to see the beautiful words when Hanuman meets Sita Devi and goes and reports to Ram how Sita is very, very beautifully described. Thus, the canto 5 in the Sundarakanda of the glorious Ramayana of Valmiki, the work of a rishi and the oldest epic. Shashthas Sargaha, canto 6, reaching the palace of Ravana, which served as an adornment to Lanka, and having looked for Sita in the adjoining mansions of Prahasta and others, Hanuman now enters the palace of Ravana. Now he is entering. Earlier he had only gone to the outskirts of the palace of Ravana. Now he is going to enter the palace. Sanikamam vimaneshu vicharan kamarupadhrik vichachara kapirlanka laghavena samanvitaha asasada cha lakshmivan rakshasendra niveshanam prakarenarkavarnena bhasvarenabhisamvritam rakshitam rakshasair bhimai simhairiva mahadvanam samikshamaano bhavanam chakashe kapi kunjaraha rupyakopahitais-chitrai toranair hema bhushanai vichitrabhischa kakshyabhir dvaraischa ruchirairvritam gajasthirair mahamatrai shuraischa vigatashramai upasthitam asamharyair hayaisyandanayaibhihi simhavyaghra tanutranair dantakanjana rajati घोषवद्भिर्विचित्र विचित्रैश्च सदा विचरितं रथैः बहुरत्नसमाकीर्णं परार्ध्यासनभूषितं महारथसमावापं महारथमहासनं दृश्यैश्च परमोदारैः तैस्तैश्च मृगपक्षिभिः विविधैर्बहुसाहस्रैः परिपूर्णं समन्ततः विनीतैरन्तपालैश्च रक्षोभिश्च सुरक्षितम् मुख्याभिश्च वरस्त्रीभिः परिपूर्णं समन्ततः. Again, a very detailed description of the inner chambers of Ravana's residence, the palace, how it is looking. Wandering in the midst of the 7-storied mansions, that monkey, who was full of riches in the form of strength and valor. Hanuman is also very rich. Hanuman is also very rich. You must have heard the shloka. Nachoraharyam, nacharajaharyam. It cannot be stolen by thieves. It cannot be taken away as tax by rulers. Na bhratri bhajyam, it cannot be claimed as a partition, as a part of the property by brothers or siblings. Nacha bharakari, it is not heavy to carry. Vyaye krite vardhata eva nityam. When you spend it, it increases. Vidyadhanam sarvadhana pradhanam. The wealth of knowledge is the most beautiful knowledge. The wealth of knowledge is the most beautiful wealth, which has got all these 5 qualities. Vidyadhanam, sarvadhana pradhanam. Vidyadhanam, sarvadhana pradhanam. Nachoraharyam, it cannot be stolen by thieves. Nacha rajaharyam, king cannot take it, confiscate your knowledge. The king cannot confiscate your knowledge. He can confiscate property. He can confiscate your kith and kin and all those things, whatever possible, the rulers can do that, but not your knowledge. Nacha rajaharyam, na bhratri bhajyam. It cannot be partitioned. Nacha bharakari. It is not heavy to carry also. It is not the bag which you carry. The bag which you carry to school, we all carried huge bags to school. It's not that bag also. It is knowledge which you are carrying within you. Nacha bharakari, vyaye krite vardhata eva nityam. When you spend it, it keeps on increasing. It doesn't decrease. When you spend money, it decreases. Whenever you give out something from you, it becomes less. But if you spend vidya, it keeps on increasing. Vidyadhanam sarvadhana pradhanam. So the richest person is Hanuman now. He has got power and valor and everything. He is also very rich. Who was able to assume any form he chose, and was endowed with tremendous speed, ranged over Lanka at will, and reached the palace of Ravana, the lord of ogres, enclosed with a wall, dazzling like the sun, guarded by terrible ogres as a huge forest by lions. Hanuman, an elephant among the monkeys, felt happy with the prospect of possibility of finding out Sita, while keenly observing the palace, which was surrounded with figures drawn in molten silver, archways decked with ornaments of gold, beautiful concentric enclosures and charming gateways, which was waited upon by drivers of elephants or mahots mounted on them, unvaried heroes and horses, which could not be killed and which drew chariots, so powerful horses, solid horses, everything is very, very powerful, whatever is seeing, which was ever frequented by marvelous chariots protected with armors of lion skins and tiger skins, bearing images of ivory, gold and silver, and accompanied by a musical sound produced by tiny bells fastened around them, which was filled with many precious stones, embellished with most excellent seats and provided with sheds in which big chariots could be made to stand, and with spacious quarters for lodging great car warriors, which was crowded on all sides with well-known beasts and birds of every species, most charming and worth seeing and numbering many thousands, nay, which was scrupulously protected by disciplined soldiers guarding the boundaries as well as by other ogres, and was thronged on every side with preeminent belles. Preeminent belles, very, very different types of decorations. Bella, the word bella in Italian means beautiful. All embellishments on different types of belles. So now we'll pause here. Hari Om Tat Sat.